What's up, guys? Today I'm sharing this video about my experience at Perkins and Will, various projects I worked along the way, and things I learned. So, digital I was very unique and rare in to have in AEC Tech, where there were a group of journalists, group of experts, like professional software development background, working together to make scalable apps useful in the AEC industry. So it started with an internship in winter 2021. And just to give background, I just knew basic of Python and JavaScript, like very, very beginner level. And I joined to work on this iOS development project. And first of all, I learned how the app development work, Swift language, done a deep dive into Apple core ML ecosystem to identify what ML models can be applied in this app and like integrated object detection models in this app, and also watch a lot of WWDC videos to find the state of the art ecosystem and how we can leverage the new developments in Apple in our app. So as you can see, all you just need is a camera and a LiDAR feature which has in latest iOS devices, and you could connect with a BIM model and spatially identify the occupancy, various types of objects, and this can be also connected to a sensor where you can monitor real-time occupancy of various things. So after this project, I joined as full-time, and we were given a task to analyze various developments within the firm, ranging from computational design scripts, micro apps, macro apps, and finding correlations about like what are the expertise, what are the different domain problems we are solving. And I was working with my colleague Apramaya Pandit on this. And this was the first time I was introduced to React front end. So did bunch of crash courses on React and also database for like this connectivity graph, and it was like a really good way for me to get exposure, okay, how most of the scalable front-end app works. And after this project, we explored like deep dive into the metaverse ecosystem, and also at the same time, I was learning smart contracts development, blockchain, testing various metaverse ecosystems, and so it was like perfect match for me to do this project. And here, as you can see, we develop this whole experience in decentralized metaverse. So I was able to go deep dive into how like decentralized implemented entity component system, how you think about like things you need to update each tick versus like event-driven architecture. And the best part was like I was able to deploy my smart contracts knowledge here where you could exchange NFTs within the app. You can pull all of your NFT collection from your wallet inside this experience. And the next level was a lot of time when you store NFT image on like Google Drive or other, like it's still hackable, it's not immutable. So I was able to integrate how we can create a co-creative NFT collection and store that and the embedded data in base64 format. So the image is reference to this base64, which is stored in the blockchain itself rather than a third party resource. So that was pretty cool, and uh, it turned out really well. And after that, we worked on this Jetpet experience where I was exposed to like the whole ecosystem of IoT devices and the communication. So I developed this logic where you could translate the coordinates of people in this metaverse and then highlight in the LED metrics which we had, and also thinking deeper into how multiplayer communication works. How do we like store this data in an efficient way and provide data analytics? And this was another cutting edge project I worked of like using pixel streaming technique. And this is the first time I was like exposed to the Unreal Engine ecosystem in the programming manner. So learned all the blueprints, logic from scratch, C# coding. And really, this project, like there were a lot of different experiments done along the way, helped me think in a system design manner, like which is like it's easy to say, but like difficult to think like how your one component will interact with other components and how you can influence like this interconnected system and dealt with like this geometry issues. Also, uh, develop this participatory design UI where you can give choices and note all these choices in the database. Also, like position coordinate, gaze coordinates, like it's stored in the database. So it's not that relevant visually, but like in the backend wise, there was a lot of optimization and like few AI projects along the way where like I was able to do uh, face ML, just a internal client facing project. Another was using like this multimodal models in the Rhino ecosystem using like Grasshopper and also human UI, like abstracting a lot of like uh, parameters, ML deployment there. That's where like I got very deep dive into the AWS ecosystem, thinking how to develop like scalable web apps, what are different uh, features in the AWS, because AWS is like whole complex ecosystem. You need to first know what are the purposes of each uh, uh, feature. So yeah, I think this is the best experience I could have after college, where I was still in that exploration mode, finding out what are things I like. So this whole experience gave me like learning full stack, game development, IoT, blockchain, AI research, MLOps, AR, VR, spatial type. Even like I didn't mention about the map box and other exploration. And couldn't have been better. Like it has a great work culture, like a lot of freedom and flexibility on the ideas, research we do. And so I sincerely thank Murali for having this group and having the vision to like create such kind of research in the architecture industry. And without Thomas, like this, I couldn't have learned and grow this much faster. So indeed a great mentor. Thanks.